I have a scenario. The scenario is there is a product and the product is 14-inch MacBook Pro space black. And naturally, this is going to be a bundled product, meaning when user picks up this particular product, then in the configure product screen, I'll have to display all these sub products as well. So user picks up this particular product in the quote line editor. Immediately, I need to show all these sub products in the configure product screen. Now let's try to wear some visualization hats here. Assume that it's a standard Apple practice that whenever you purchase products from their outlet, you will be given two A4 size invoices. These will be printed invoices, and there is a strict restriction that you will only get two A4 size invoices. Now you might be buying 10 MacBook Pros, 25 MacBook Pros, doesn't matter. You will only get two A4 size printed invoices. One is going to be the original invoice, the other one is going to be a duplicate. Assume that this is the practice that Apple religiously follows. Now, from Salesforce CPQ standpoint, it is not just enough for me to configure the bundled product as well as the sub products. I also have to create a product record for two A4 size papers because this is going to affect my stock. Apple might have reams of papers. However, when a customer makes a purchase, I'll have to hand out two A4 size papers from my stock. So it is going to affect my stock and I want to keep a track of my stock. Simply put, user is going to pick this particular bundled product and along with these sub products, I'll also have to display two A4 size printed papers. Now user might pick up 25 MacBook Pros, 100 MacBook Pros, 200 MacBook Pros, doesn't matter. The number of A4 size printed invoices will only be 2. So what if I want to configure something like this? Real quick, let me create a product record for this particular bundled product. Copy this. I'm going to take the help of new product option here. Paste it. I'm going to push this to the end of it. And then product code is going to be MBP 14 M2. I'm going to mark this as active. Product family is hardware. We have to make changes to these two fields as well, but we'll do it in sequential manner. For time being, I'm going to leave the default quantity as 1. Give it a save. And then I need to create product records for each and every sub product, but I'll do it only for one particular product and I'll leave it to you. Let me copy this. I'm going to create a new product record. This is going to be a standalone product. To make sure there are no duplicates, I'm going to mark this as M2 Max, AMC M2. Mark this as active. Product family is hardware. Now remember, we will not specify the quantity on the sub product. We'll be doing it on the product option level. So let me give this a save. As mentioned earlier, for rest of the sub products, I'll leave it to you. But I'm going to create one more product record. And this here is going to be A4 size papers. 2 number. Mark this as active. This is going to be A4 P2. I'm going to pick a random value here. Just because we are specifying that we would need 2 A4 size papers, I will not configure the default quantity here. As mentioned time and again, we will be handling it on the product option level. Now let me work on making the bundled product. Before that, we also have to put the price element for all the 3 product records that I have just created. Let me open up all these 3 product records. Let me give the price as 2,999. Save it. Let me do the same thing for Apple M2 Max chip as well. And this here is going to be maybe $799. Let me repeat the same thing for this as well. For the sake of simplicity, I'm going to give the price for this particular product as $1. So I have created 3 individual product records, and then I have specified the prices for these 3 product records. The next thing is I need to pick up the bundled product, and I need to create the option records for that. So this here is going to be the bundled product. I'm going to click on related. To start with, I'm going to create a product option record, and the optional SKU is going to be Apple M2 Max chip. Number is going to be 10. I'll leave the type as component here. I need to check this checkbox because the individual price of this particular subproduct should not be added to the main product again in the quote line editor. So I'm going to check this, click on save. I need to repeat the same process again for A4 size paper. Optional SKU is going to be A4 size paper. Number, I'm going to give this as 70. And this time for quantity, I'm going to give this as accessory. Quantity is going to be 2. Earlier, we have provided the option type as component, but this time I'm going to provide the option type as accessory. Also check this checkbox so that the price of this particular individual product is not added to the main product on the quote line editor level. Click on save. So we are done with first change. Second change is we need to work with Salesforce CPQ configuration section as well. Here I'm going to provide this as allowed, always, save, and then back to the quote line editor. I'm going to reload this. Let me click on add products. Let me search for MacBook. I'm not able to see the bundled product, which is MacBook Pro Space Black 14-inch. Let me figure out what is the reason. Let me just check if I have provided the price book component for this. Let me also check if this product is marked as active. It is active. Maybe it is cache. Let me reload it. And then add products. Let me search for MacBook. There you go. We have it now. I'm going to select this and then select. In the configure products screen, you can see these 2 product option records. Select both of them and then click on save. And now I want to change the quantity of this particular bundled product. Let's say the customer is interested in purchasing 100 MacBook Pros. Calculate it. There you go. You'll see that net total is updated, but this particular quantity still remains 2. That is because the policy of Apple is you might purchase n number of products. As a part of that purchase, you will only be getting 2 A4 size printed invoices, and that is going to cost my stock. So I'm trying to track it. For that, I have created a sub product, added that as a part of the bundled product, and then I'm going to use option type as accessory. With that, what happens is irrespective of the quantity on the bundle level, this will not be affected. Not just that, the field is locked. You cannot modify it. Likewise, we still have to look into option type as related product. That's what we'll be looking at in the next episode. See you there.